Welcome back to today's economic news, where we are diving into a topic that strikes at the very heart of financial confidence in the United States. We are here to talk about the incredible boom in gold mining activities, a phenomenon that some participants in the industry are saying reflects a larger, more troubling narrative, a substantial loss of faith in the US dollar. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just a gold rush for the sake of gold itself, but a direct commentary on the state of the American economy. Before you jump to conclusions, let's unpack why this is a cause for concern for us all, financial enthusiasts and average citizens alike. To set the stage, let's consider why these developments should raise your eyebrows. Fundamentally, at the root of these economic shifts is a deep-seated anxiety about the purchasing power of the US dollar, an anxiety that is hardly unfounded. Over the years, we've witnessed a relentless ascent in national debt, compounded by fiscal policies that prioritize short-term gains over long-term stability. This pattern started with significant government expenditures post the 2008 financial meltdown and was further exacerbated during the COVID-19 pandemic. As these monetary moves accumulate, the shadow they cast grows darker and longer, encompassing our hopes for financial stability. Before we turn the spotlight on today's events, remember back in 2020, when the nation was grappling with the abrupt economic disruptions brought on by the pandemic. Back then, the government rolled out measures that resulted in increased fiscal outlays, with the Fed curbing interest rates and kickstarting quantitative easing. The idea was simple: jumpstart the economy, foster growth. But did we think of the aftermath? Our national debt soared, and the dollar lost further ground in its purchasing power. It's not an unfamiliar tune. These initiatives mirror actions taken during the 2008 crisis and have led to the current hesitancy towards fiat currency. Delving into the hard data, let's talk numbers. Gold prices have soared to an impressive $3,800 per ounce. Now, in real-world terms, this figure is monumental. It signifies not just a valuation of a metal, but an estimation of economic certainty or lack thereof. To visualize it, think of it as an indicator that whispers about the insecurity investors feel about paper money. We have mining operations that are generating nearly $100 million this season alone. Imagine making such capital by capitalizing on distrust. That's effectively what's happening. Parker Schnabel's operation shells out $100,000 daily, while Tony Beats rakes in $500,000 weekly. These aren't just business numbers. They're votes of no confidence cast against our traditional economic systems. Proponents defending the dollar might shrug this off as a cyclical trend, brushing aside inflation fears as overblown. They assure us that the US dollar stands robust, buoyed by strong economic fundamentals, destined for stabilization. Yet, are we to ignore the glaring signals investors are sending? When you observe the compounded national debt and the government's spending spree, what message does that send to those holding onto the fiscal lifeboat known as gold? Expressing their concerns, industry figures have not minced words. One of the key quotes highlights, it's a direct vote against the people's confidence in the US dollar, right? Another sentiment that's echoed widely is the stark observation that there's zero interest in dealing with the debt among policymakers, words that pierce through the veil of political platitudes. Let's connect the dots to that libertarian perspective. Inflation is not just an economic trend. It's a stealthy thief pilfering from our savings accounts. Reckless monetary policies have diminished your purchasing power, like a tax you didn't know you were paying. Government incompetence in grappling with this debt showcases a failure in leadership, as their inaction burdens citizens and restrains economic growth potential. This neglect encroaches on our liberty, steering us away from responsible stewardship of personal finances and pushes us towards gold and other alternatives, not out of choice, but necessity. If there's a clear takeaway today, it's this: the skepticism permeating the dollar's sanctity is more real than rhetorical. The rising tides of gold reflect the plunging confidence in fiat currency, and it's high time we question the supposed stability of our economic landscape. If you are tired of paying for their mistakes, tired of watching responsible financial management called for populist measures, hit subscribe. Let's continue to shed light on these pressing economic issues. Until next time, take control of your financial future. This is John signing off.